Hi, welcome to another episode of Peace Weaving with me, Apo Adman Agama, only here at Peace Prayer TV. Years ago, when I started to search my spirituality, I was writing my own prayer. And I have written a prayer that I adapt from the Apostles' Creed, that I believe. And through that, prayer, I stated my own personal belief, and I wanted to share it here. What I have right on a specific aspect, such as this is written in Tagalog, no, and I will try to translate it in English. I wrote it here that sumasampalataya ako na walang sino man ang nakakahigit sa iba at wala rin namang makakahamak kanino man. Lahat ay may kalayaan at ang kalayaan na ito ay siyang guguhit ng ating tadhana. In English, as I will translate it, I believe that there is no one greater than the other, and there is no one could humiliate or degrade anyone. Everyone has a freedom, and this freedom will write their own destiny. With that statement of my personal belief, no, I don't see myself to be greater than you or other people greater than me. Every one of us has our own freedom to express ourselves, such as this modern day empowers every one of us that we have now the ability to broadcast ourselves on YouTube or Facebook or other social media, to have our own websites, blog, to express our thoughts. But with this power that we possess, it could create something good and beneficial, but at the same time, with the proper or misuse of power, it might be able to destroy us. Long time before, the only one that has power are those in authority, such as our government officials. And these people that seated on power on the on Senate or in Congress, they have the ability to create law. But this law must be balanced. That's why in the government position there are opposition and there are the administration to balance the flow of power, because without balancing it, it might give rise to corruption and violation of human rights. At this point of time, many of us feel that they have the power to create their own world. Indeed, we are creating our own world in according to what we desire. But the abuse of power, sometimes we might encroach other people by demeaning them, by condemning them that you are wrong and I am right. Actually, each one of us has their own rights, has their own uh, perception of how to live our life. Remember, in living our own life, it is personal. It is personal. You cannot impose to other people how they should live their life. Although it is a hard truth that life is difficult to live, especially right now, because there are many policies, there are many rules or many law that been set in order to maintain the peace and order of the country. So, as a peace weaver, our responsibility is to bring forth peace, or life works in our body. It is you who is responsible for your own life. And sometimes problem comes in to us because we are thinking so much of other people, or what other people will say to you. And even you, as an individual, you have you're receiving problem by thinking of other people. It's not bad to think of other people, but as a peace weaver, your duty is to give suggestion, no? Give suggestion, but you are not implying that suggestion to be done. As a counselor, this is the common experience of a counselor. We give advice, but for sure, as we give advice, we don't expect that that person will listen or perform the advice that we tell. Why? Because we give that person their choice if they will do the suggestions that we said. If we if if we want that our suggestion or advice will be followed, it's not an advice anymore, but it is an order. There is difference from ordering and giving advice. In giving advice, we are just giving the person an option on how to live their life. But in giving order or command, you want that word that you said must be followed, and they will obtain the result that you want to have, no? But remember, each one of us is different from one another, such as on the words that on how we express our thoughts. And expressing our thoughts can take into many forms, such as this. I'm sharing my thoughts through video, and some they will go on internet radio, some on writing, or in some on the street. This pandemic situation has given us a hard life, a hard life, because it's hard to go out. But last week, we have seen that there are many people protesting on the street across the world. This is due to the killing of George Floyd, who is a black American. And there are discrimination and racial discrimination that is happening around the world. And people still don't realize the importance of diversity, of all colors, of each belief. In our class, in Hilot online class, I have discussed about the importance of organization, or the function of life to organization. And I have mentioned that each part of our body is different from each other, such as having our eyes has a different function to our ears, and our ears has different function to our nose, and our nose have different function from our mouth. Each one of the part of our body, from head to toe, has different functions to do. This is almost the same as the nationality that we have, the color of the skin, and the belief that we have in our life. They are all different from one another. But even that they are different from one another, such as in our body parts, they exist to provide a unified whole, to create a beauty in us. I hope that everybody will realize the importance of diversity. And that diversity does not give you entitlement or the power to degrade other human beings. As a human being, as a creation of the divine, we are here to show the beauty of the creation. And you are one, and you yourself are one of the beauty that God have made in this world. I hope that you will use that to share it to everyone, so that everyone will appreciate the beauty of creation. And with this, you have an important role in transmuting the divine power of creating a peaceful world. So with that, I ask you to always pray for peace, to pray for your home, to pray for the nation where you live, and pray for the whole world to embrace peace. So until then, may you all blessed be peace. Mayari na, pagasatin.